All right, guys, welcome back. So we'll move on to capillaries. We've talked about veins and arteries in the previous video. So now we look at capillaries. Now it says the wall of the capillary is very thin. It's made solely from a single layer of endothelial cells. So it doesn't have all the collagen fiber, all of those stuffs, elastic fiber to allow it to contract. It's not needed because it is where gas exchange, tissue exchange takes place, or nutrient exchange, just exchange. It says here, the wall is only one cell thick. How nice. This will reduce the diffusion distance for oxygen and carbon dioxide as well as nutrients between the blood and the tissue of the body. The cells of the wall have gaps called pores, which allows blood plasma to leak out to form lymph. So lymph is the fluid that leaks out during exchange. What do I mean? So here we have cells. These are cells around the blood vessel like that. So what happens is there's a gas exchange. So the oxygen will diffuse to this cell, carbon dioxide will diffuse into the blood. Then at the same time, nutrients will diffuse into the cells or the tissue, while carbon dioxide and some other, some waste product, urea and the likes, into this blood vessel. While that is happening, some fluid will leak out, which we call tissue fluid, and it's called lymph. And that will be taken by some blood vessels, some vessels called lymphatic vessels. Yes, the lymphatic vessels are the ones that drains the fluid at the tissue sites, all the fluid that leaks into the tissue space. They drain it. And you ask me, where does the tissue, that fluid go to? It goes back to be added to the blood around the subclavian, there's a vessel here called subclavian vein beneath the clavicle here. So this fluid that leaks there is being added back to the blood to general circulations. All right. Now I want to look at this. I love this. This is really cool. You know, I told you earlier on that the capillary is usually between the artery and the vein. So you can see, let me bring that more. So you see, this is the artery. It links to the capillary. Can you see? Oxygen and nutrient goes to the cell. Then from the cell, let me get that off. From the cell, see what happens? Waste and carbon dioxide returns. All right, this I was trying to explain to you earlier on. Of course, then the waste and the oxygenated blood returns back to the heart. Now, check this out here. This is the wall. This is like this is capillary being shown all the way. You can see the spaces, the pore through which fluid, nutrients, and all sorts of things go in and out. I love this. You can see to the cells of the body, nutrient and oxygen. From cells of the body, waste and carbon dioxide. This is very, very self-explanatory. You might just want to pause the video right now and go through this. Then, in closing on that, how does this really happen? The interaction of all the three blood vessels. We have the arteries, the veins, the capillaries. So it says here, the network of arteries deliver oxygen and nutrients to the tissue. Within the capillary, the blood loses its oxygen and nutrients and simultaneously picks up waste product and carbon dioxide to become deoxygenated. All right. Then the network of veins picks up this deoxygenated blood and returns it back to the heart. How simple. All right. Thanks for being with me on the lecture.